It's all just fun and games, chill dude.
Hope that will get YouTube off my back. We are back to reacting to our girl. Aren't you glad? I know I'm not. YouTube's terms and services says a reaction channel isn't allowed to focus on just one person only, so every once in a while I'll be doing other reactions too, but I don't think Zola is the one to do it with. There isn't much to say. At least the two vlogs I reacted to I didn't really feel reacting the same way as I do it with Amber. If you have someone you would want me to react to, not FoodieBeauty, please let me know in the comments. Amber has been living the Groundhog Day for months now, and I'm absolutely sick and tired of saying the same things over and over again. So for the March 2014, I'm going to try a little different approach with my reactions. I'm taking it week by week, doing a recaps of what events. This way I feel I'll be getting through the Crystal era a little faster and keep my sanity in check a bit better. Let me also know what you think about this type of reacting. Without further ado, let's go.
Buckle up, pumpkin. We are going for a ride.
Week March 1st, 2014, 1st of March to 7th of March. We start the month with a body shot of what we are working with. She has already posted 2 other body shots, so she wants to show us her progress. She has apparently lost around 20 pounds so far, being in the high 370s to now in the high 350s, but there's no obvious change in my opinion yet. Could be the loose shirt and pants, but can't really tell if she's actually lost weight or if she's just saying she has. She then shows us another grocery haul where, unlike usually, she has plenty of healthier foods this time, when normally she has half and half of goods and bads. It's the usual stuff she gets every week: onions, tangerines, mushrooms. We've seen it 3 times now. With the grocery hauls you can easily see her main calories come from treats, as the healthy foods she gets are very low in calories. She eats low and lean most of the day and then binges on treats at night, thinking as long as it fits in her calorie goals it's fine. All in all, the groceries ended up costing $90. There just wasn't much food, mostly just protein bars, which she got 6 different ones. She also got 3 Pyrex containers that aren't the cheapest. I would say she spent at least $30 if not $40 on those. I don't think they are going to last long with that food. Amber has been lately talking about her controlling habits, and I wanted to bring up a moment she already is showing that's who she's always been. Let's hear it from her herself.
So the last few times we've gone to the store, my girlfriend always points to this one and goes, "We haven't had this one in a while. We haven't had this one in a while." Don't lie. So finally I was like, alright, fine, let's get it. So, because I usually choose about 2 different water enhancers, but this time I think I chose 4. So I got this one as well.
Amber could have easily Skyped out of one of the other 2 flavors to let Kay have this one, but since it's Amber's money as she sees it, she's doing Kay a favor by buying her this one, since she's been begging for it for weeks now. She's a Capricorn. They are known for being controlling, but that's a bit too much still, especially when we know none of that money was actually Amber's. In this vlog she talks about how she can't see a difference in her body even after losing 20 pounds, and it's discouraging her. Since it's Saturday, it's the one day of the week the girls get out of the house to go shopping, but Crystal and her parents have their eye doctor visit. Amber acts like a brat, having to wait them to be ready, and afterwards they head to Olive Garden and from there to do their grocery shopping. Amber complains how her life is so hard for having to do groceries, putting them away and feeding her animals. An interesting part I want her to tell herself again is her rant of getting a car and getting a job soon.
So as most of you know, Crystal and I do not have a car, we don't have transportation, we don't have jobs. And I'm looking at, getting a job soon. And Crystal already has income, so I guess that is a job in a way. But she doesn't have a car, so she'll be the driver while I work. And it was so funny. She was all, "You'll do the working, I'll do the driving, and then shop with your money while you're working." Okay, when I say it, it sounds so stupid, but when she said it, it was like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. And her dad was like laughing at her and like making fun of her, like in a funny way, not a bad way. But it was just so funny. Like, I'm addicted to shopping, yes, but I think Crystal has that addiction too, and it's just so funny. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. And I guess it's one of them things where it was like funny. If you were there and you heard the conversation, then it would have been funny.
Can you imagine Amber working a real job and having Crystal spend it however she wanted? Amber doesn't even want Crystal to spend her own money, let alone Amber's. The same with Beck. Even though they worked for Amber, they helped her to make content. Even then, Amber only shared her money with the expectation of ownership. She ends the vlog by admitting to overeating by a lot. She had a proper binge. But instead of feeling bad about it, she immediately jumped to forgiving herself and stating tomorrow she'll do better, as if she was going to learn from her mistakes. In her 4th video, she went to ask us a question of if you could change your name, what would you change it to, her answer being,
for me, I would change my name to Rarity as the first name, and my middle name would be Ray. So Rarity, Rarity, and Ray, Rae. Rarity Ray Reid.
She's obsessed with the name, and had she the money she would change it immediately, but then again she doesn't want to offend her parents and Kay doesn't want her to change her name either. The second vlog of the month starts with her breakfast as usual, a protein bar and tangerine. I would get sick by now. She's been eating like so for 3 months now, I think. I could not do it. There's a lot of talk about her messing up the day before, but how her viewers encouraged her to keep going and making her feel valid, which is nice. We all know had her viewers given her a little pushback and criticized her for messing up, she would blow up and throw a hissy fit, as only yes men are allowed in Amber's life. I find it funny how that's still the case with her. She hasn't changed even the slightest bit in 11 years. She overeats again and doesn't want to weigh herself on Wednesday again. She gets very defensive, expecting people to be mad at her, and in come all the excuses she still uses today. She can't change overnight. Tomorrow is a new day. She can't beat herself up for mistakes, blah blah blah. Nothing's changed in 11 years. It's another new day for Amber where all the sins of yesterday shall be forgiven and she's taking nothing with her to learn from. Starting fresh and not holding a grudge on yourself is the only way to move forward, but if you never think of the things that made you mess up, you are sure to repeat the same mistakes until you learn the lessons you're meant to learn. Amber keeps moping for her mistakes, but she isn't willing to dig any deeper to find the reason why she messes up. It's just something that happens to her, not something she does to herself. From an outsider's perspective, it's always easier to see what the problem is. With Amber, her calorie limit is way too low for her. She uses food to fix her boredom, and takeout food triggers her. By adding extra 200-300 calories would be a good start. Getting a job or going to school would be another, and avoiding takeout food is the extreme. Amber goes back and forth with her diet plan, not wanting to do calorie counting anymore as intuitive eating has always been her thing, she claims. I think another reaction channel put it best: it's always too strict or not strict enough for Amber. She's the Goldilocks of weight loss, where she just needs to find the right diet for her instead of making things work for her.
On the eating front, today I did really good. I actually decided to do something different and just not count calories at all. I used to do intuitive eating and I lost weight by doing that, and I actually tend to eat a little bit less doing it like that. Like, I'll probably eat 1,300 calories, 1,400 calories, so I don't know, that's just kind of where I'm at right now. Counting calories is so overwhelming, and it really makes me just want to not diet, if that makes sense. But doing intuitive eating makes it to where I still do live a healthy lifestyle and I still diet. So I know a lot of people on YouTube who are currently not counting points, not counting calories, not counting anything, and they're losing weight. So that's just what I'm going to try for now.
The reality is, coming from someone who has experienced weight loss fatigue, she's just tired of trying. That's most likely why she keeps failing over and over and over again. She to this day keeps saying, "I've never stopped trying," and that's the problem. She should, cause she already has. One thing Amber should do is to give up. Not as in give up and eat her way to an early grave, but give up the control. Stop focusing on the calories, the weight loss, how she looks, how much she weighs. She should have other things to focus on, worry about, and live her life instead of worrying about her next meal. Inpatient has been talked about a lot lately, and I also believe is the only way to save her from herself, but she'll never do it. Today, her life is what she wants it to be. She's happy being the size she is. It's just sad knowing that this girl here didn't want that. She wanted to lose the weight, to be skinny and pretty like all the other girls her age. In this video, Amber tells us her and Kay are getting a car so that Amber can get herself a job. Kay will act as her chauffeur while Amber will be the breadwinner, which it's very clear she's super excited about. Until now, Amber has been claiming Kay's dad hasn't wanted her to get a job until she's at a certain weight, but guess that has changed since then. They have a limit of $5,000. Amber talks about how Kay's dad is super supportive of her belief she can reach 250 pounds, while Amber feels like she's sabotaging her progress, as the only thing she's ever known in her life is to be fat. Amber then shows us what her nighttime workout looks like. She's embarrassed, which makes me question why she insists on recording these things. Is it the humiliation of her body she thinks will help her to motivate to lose weight? Is she hoping people to tell her she looks good already and that she's doing great? I don't know. It feels weird watching her do this. Uncomfortable even. No idea what she was thinking. Amber decided not to weigh herself due to having 2 days when she messed up. She goes ahead and shows another one of her manipulative tactics and controlling ways by explaining money should be spent on date nights, going out shopping, because that's what relationships are.
It's Wednesday and I am like so anxious because Saturday I'm going on another date with my girlfriend. Our dates usually consist of going out to eat and then going shopping. We used to go to Funland, which is like this arcade place with rides and stuff like that, but we haven't done that in so freaking long. I actually kind of miss it there, so I feel like one of these months coming up, her and I are gonna go do that again. That'd be fun to record too, if I remembered to record while I was having so much fun. But yeah, this Wednesday, my girlfriend and I, we have to go grocery shopping, and then after grocery shopping, with our saved up money from the last couple of weeks, we're gonna go out to eat, and I think I'm gonna choose Applebee's so I can get a very low calorie meal. I don't want to mess up this weekend, and I don't plan on it, so that's just the way it's gonna go. Even though, trust me, I want to go to some amazing restaurant and eat whatever I want, but you know, I can't do that all the time. I can't. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I can, because that's the part of being human and the part of living. That's just how it goes. And then after that, I think we're gonna walk around the Target Plaza. I'll go into Ross, I'll go into Target, I'll go into Five Below, Marshalls, and stuff like that. And we're just gonna do a little bit of shopping. This is the money that we save, because Crystal's income, she has income. We use that for groceries, and then whatever we have left over, we go on dates with. And that's just what people should do when you're in a relationship. You need time to just have fun together, you know, instead of staying at home all the time or whatever you do.
Even when she doesn't have an income, she explains Kay has an income they use to pay their groceries first and what's left of it they spend on date nights. Thing that bothers me is how Amber keeps stating she's going and she's decided as if Kay doesn't have any say on how her money gets spent. Last video this week is another vlog. It's mostly her winning a giveaway from a YouTuber called Beautiful Alicia. She got some Quest bars, a gift card Amber decided to give to Crystal, necklaces, cat keyring that Amber got emotional over. It's obvious she's faking it, but what else is new? She's acting very manic this video, like she has so much more energy than in the previous ones. Not sure what that's about.
Crystal, stop touching her boobies at the dinner table.
She's still into embarrassing Kay for no reason whatsoever. And that was that. I must say, I hated editing this way, so I'll be going back to my old way of doing things next time. I'm still willing to do week by week videos as it's much easier to divide the month up, but I won't be using the voiceover to explain things this way again. It took me 4 extra hours to do this compared to my regular editing. Definitely not what I imagined. Sorry about that. But Orange has to try. That's the only way to learn and grow. I have decided to start skipping videos that show no purpose, and I'll be also cutting out a whole lot more of her yapping, as it is irritating me to have her over-explain life. But all in all, I'm over this video. See you next week. Bye.
Amberlynn, shut the up.